1995 GEO tracker. Four-wheel drive, two-door, automatic. This thing is pretty cool. So, check this out. So that is literal mileage. 78,888 original miles. And yeah, it's a Mercedes. Come along to this side over here. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's in great shape. Get out of here, little hornet, whatever the heck you are. So, in order to pop the trunk, pop the trunk. In order to pop the hood on this, see right there? See right there? Come on. Where is it? Right there. Come on!
Alright, folks. It's cooking with RC Guy Garage.
Oh, whatever. I don't know what's going on. See right there? That's the hood pop. It's in the glove box. The GEO tracker. Alright. So we're actually back on the 1995 GEO tracker. This little bad boy right here. It only has about 78,600 miles or something like that. It's kind of been parked in this spot just for a little while, just because of this tiny little minor issue, which, yes, can definitely cause an issue. But, and it took a while to kind of get in there because obviously it's in the back! And my forearms don't fit, guy! So anyways, with the help of, get yourself some hose pliers, because hose pliers definitely help, because in those kind of like, I guess, tight reach kind of areas, the hose pliers definitely have an ability to grab a hold and wiggle free areas where you might not necessarily be able to get your whole hand in there. And like I said, especially with them forearms right there, guy. But anyways, we do have new parts right here. Oh, the audio is probably junk. And it is actually this piece right here that was the failure point. And obviously, what's the first thing you do? You want to make sure that you match up your pipe, which is a new one to the old one. And while size-wise, it's a little different, it's gonna work. This is just an update. So this is just an update from, well, alright, fine, RC Guy Garage. But it's like literally whatever. Don't be afraid to work on your stuff yourself. Unless you're not confident. If you're not confident, watch a couple videos. But then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe don't even watch videos, because some videos out there are point blank wrong. So it'll be nice to get this little bad boy back. Oh, nice. There we go. Back again with another video. So here's the part number for that. This is actually a Continental hose that I did end up getting for that. It is made in Malaysia, but there's your part number right there. Yeah, that's a lot of part numbers. I don't know if that's one part number, two part numbers, or three part numbers. I'm really not sure, but yeah. So the other side, which, obviously this straight section goes onto the back of the motor, which is obviously under the distributor, which is like way under there. And again, getting under there with forearms, kind of rough. There you go. Ricer! But, sorry, just had to do that. And then obviously that part right there goes on to the firewall, which is where the heater core is. And in case you didn't know, the heater core is what gives you heat. So, alright. Anyways, I'm out. RC Guy Garage. What's up, Guy Garage? Whatever you want to call me. You want to call me Guy. You want to call me Hero of the Day. You do whatever you want. Just get out there and point blank rip it, just like I always say. Alright, so while this clamp right here, this one's on the motor side. This one, caked in oil, that doesn't really matter. Gonna take that clamp off, transfer it obviously onto this part. You can slide the pipe on and then move the clamp over into position. This one right here, it is a little rough, but I do have some WD. So I'm just going to spray this down with a little WD right now, just to make sure that, we don't have issues when we go to retighten it up. I'm sure it's going to be fine. A lot of times, hose clamps, you can use them a couple of times, but over time, they turn to garbage. And sometimes if they get over clamped down, which is very easy to do, especially on a small one like this. That's no good because then you lose its holding strength. It'll actually, the worm gear thing here will end up stripping out these little slices that are in the clamp itself in the band. So yeah, so we'll transfer that onto there. Nice and loose. It's kind of, I think literally it's like already like right there. Looks like I just need to open it up just a little bit more. Like I said, just gonna put some WD on there. That'll be good. Transfer that clamp right onto that side and we'll be good to go. Then sometimes, because maybe if you are not using a lift and you can't get your arms underneath like how you probably should. So right there, this is the exhaust manifold, right? Well, there's a engine, technically an engine bracket, right? It's what's used to pull the engine out, right? Because this kind of a vehicle, the engine comes out this way, you know, like the normal way, like engines used to come out, comes out this way. So anyways, I just had to swing that bracket down, and this is just to show you. This right here is what they call a stud, so obviously it's studded on both sides, and doesn't kind of matter which way it came out. Fortunately for me, it came out of the head, which makes it easier because now all I had to do was just loosen up the bolt on the bottom and let the bracket kind of swing down just enough so that I could get in there. So I'm going to turn the flash on right now. With the flash on, it looks like it actually doesn't matter. So whatever. So either way, this is the area that I have to get my forearms in, and behind that, my forearm basically sits in this area. And with that bracket there, point blank just does not work. So battery's almost dead in this thing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to plug it in so that we at least have a charge. We have a creeper. Look at the creeper that's right there. Who's that little creeper right there? That little creeper watching me, doing videos, making fun of me? All right. So we're here. I think you can see it right there. Where is it? Yeah, right down there somewhere. I don't know. You can't even see it. It's down there somewhere. See, like right down there? See that right there? That's the connection. Zoom. Come on. Zoom! Do it! No, it doesn't want to zoom. But whatever. So yeah, there you go. That's where you gotta be in. Probably could have got it on a touch further, but good enough, because like right here, see, this is the name of the game. See that right there? Expect to get the stupidness, but also make sure you wear gloves, because that's what's important. The only thing is I don't think they gotta have like full body gloves, because you can see my forearms are rubbing. But now all we gotta do is put that bracket back in place, which is this bracket right here. Swing that up, right? Take our stud, put our stud back into the exhaust manifold, which is somewhere here. God, this is hard doing this on camera here. There we go. Screw that into place. I know, my hand's in the way, but it is what it is. But anyways, there you go, see? You can actually see the stud right there. Right there, going right into the exhaust manifold. Everything's going to be mint. Just got to basically just torque those back down. Make sure that I connect anything that I disconnected, which I did disconnect that vacuum line right there, but that's all connected back up. But just make sure that, you know, like see down there, see that thing? You know, put that in place. That way that stays in place. Right there, see that little connection right there? Connects onto the this little vacuum tube here. We're gonna put that in place. You know, just pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure you put things back where they go. Right? See that? There's a reason why all these little things are like that. You know what I mean? It kind of keeps things from chafing, scraping, whatever. So now I'm just gonna do like I said, torque that engine bracket down. And then we'll be good. And I'm literally dealing with the flash. So yeah, then we'll be good. So very minor fix, pain in the neck, because there's another tool that you should probably have, and it's a hose clamp plier. It's a special like plier thing. My son actually has it, and what it will do is it will prevent some frustration, because there is a certain amount of frustration involved with those spring style hose clamps. So yeah, they're just a pain, and trying to use something like this, yeah, it's just, you got to use what you got and get the job done. So anyways, hopefully you like this episode from my, well, actually, you know what, I'm actually not done, so let's continue. All right, now the bracket is back on right there. Want to make sure that we attach this little hose. Actually, it's a wire, but put that wire into that little location. And this is actually the throttle cable. I did kind of move that out of the way just to make it easy. Just make sure you put stuff, like I said, put stuff where it goes. Make sure you double check. Make sure all your tools are gone. You know, like that right there. Don't leave that sitting on there, because that could be bad. And yeah. So how about this? Now, before I go and wash my hands, which again, if I was wearing gloves, I would have been, you know, it would have been a lot easier cleanup process. And the whole thing is to keep all this junk like out of your system. So I actually have the key. So let's check the key out. Look at that key, huh? So is that an original GEO try? No, that's actually an Illico or Ilco, whatever that is. But let's see. Let's see if it'll start. It has been sitting since March. So, I didn't put any fluid in it, but I just want to see if it starts. Yeah, it should. Look at that. All right, cool. That's all I need to know. Oh, look at all that smoke. Boy, this thing's been sitting for a while. That's the first time I've ever seen that. But, yeah, maybe it's due for like an oil change. Like I said, make sure you take all your tools. Make sure you take your water with you. And, like I always say, if you like episodes like this, even this, from RC Guy Garage, this was basically getting back on the GEO tracker and squaring it away. So, subscribe to the channel, bell notification. It'll basically, you know, let you know, supposedly, when another latest and greatest video from your favorite RC Guy Garage comes out. And like I always say, just get out there and point blank rip it. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Oh, jeez. Into the woods.